Hello viewers, I'm SB and this is Mini Motorways. If you are familiar with their previous game at all, you could probably already tell that this is the new game from Dinosaur Polo Club, makers of Mini Metro. And it's sort of a chill, arcadey, civil engineering game. It's about building roads. It's about building these tiny little motorways so these tiny little cars can get where they're going. So we're just going to jump right in here. I'm just going to play a level and show you what this is all about. I am way into this. As you can see, I've already played quite a lot. Here, let's pick one where I didn't do so well. Here, we'll go back to Tokyo. So there's a bunch of different color schemes. Sort of the default look for the game is this, with each area having its own distinct accent color. I like to play it in dark mode. There are colorblind options as well, which actually I should probably turn on here. But let's just get in. This is the core of the game. You got buildings that want people to come and take their pins away, and you got people, little houses that produce people who desperately want pins. We can reorient the houses as we see fit. We can build roads, limited by our number of road tiles. Here in the corner, you can see whenever we hold down click, there is a grid. Obviously, it costs one tile to fill one square with road. We have a couple of bridges because we will need to get over this body of water, but this is the core of it. If a building completely fills up with pins, then a little timer will start on the building, and if the timer finishes, you lose. So you just have to make sure every destination has lots of ways for people to get to it. And you can see up here, there is a concept of time passing. We're just going to run this in fast forward mode for the moment. At the end of every in-game week, we can just connect that very simply. At the end of every in-game week, we'll be given some more tiles and a choice of some kind of additional bonus. And you just play until the situation gets so complicated that you can't run all the pins out of the buildings. It's very simple mechanically, but mastery might be a more complicated challenge. I'm going to be honest with you, I don't really know. I have not acquired any degree of mastery. I'm actually still very bad at the game, as you are about to see. So you can see we're getting to the end of the week here. So 20 road tiles and a roundabout, or 20 road tiles and 2 traffic lights. I do not really have a good sense of the best way to use either of these things, but I have definitely already seen the benefit of the roundabout. Let's get some roundabouts in here. Oh, and I said I was going to turn on. We should at the very least check out the colorblind mode, which I guess we can't do from in here. Oh, neat. I did not realize that this was an option. Is this saving a video to... I assume the choppiness is because it is rendering video to my hard drive right now. That's actually super cool. I did not realize that was in there. Okay, it makes a GIF. That rules. That's a very good idea. All right, you know what? Let's jump out then. If I can't turn on colorblind mode in the level, let's jump out and do it at the options menu out here. So I don't exactly know what this will do, but I do know that I have some colorblind viewers. So this will hopefully make things a little bit more straightforward. So what we were doing Tokyo. Okay. You get the basic concept. You're going to see it generates a little bit differently every time. The core shape of the rivers and stuff is the same, but wow, great job, me. There we go. You can very easily just undo any road tile that you put down at any time. May as well run it in fast forward mode the whole way. If there is one complaint that I have about this game, it's that I wish there was a faster speed. Because I find fast forward mode is basically like the speed I always want it to be running at while I'm playing, and then I want a speed that's 2 or maybe even 3 times as fast as this for this situation where I'm basically just waiting. Now, one thing we could do, at least for the moment, is just route stuff around so that there's no congestion between the 2 different colors. Right, we could have run this road like this. Keeping the colors separated does give you smoother travel at first, at least. The game will rapidly complicate this strategy, though. For the moment, things seem to be going pretty smoothly. Yeah, this will be fine. So you can see the area that we're allowed to build in is pretty tight. I'm not allowed to like build roads around the grid here. It will expand naturally over time as more destinations and houses get added. But for the moment, we are at the mercy of the grid. This is terrible and I hate it. I would really like to route that road around the other side, but we'll get there when we get there. All right, and for the moment, everything's very very straightforward and very easy. In my experience, it takes about one home to keep up with the demand from one destination. So we should be very safe here. One basic square destination. We'll see later on. There are different types of destinations that will produce pins at different rates. Okay, once again, traffic lights and roundabouts. I guess I'm going to take some traffic lights because I just don't... We should experiment with the traffic lights because I don't know really what their value is yet. For the moment, though, we're not going to need to get fancy. I'll tell you this, if they had offered me a package that had more bridges in it, I would probably have taken that because I am always nervous whenever there's a river involved. I'm always nervous that I'm going to find myself in a situation where I desperately need a bridge and I don't have one, and I am nervous about that because it happens to me all the time. You never have enough bridges. You are never bridge secure. What am I doing? Let's hold on. Upward. We'll just build across here. Because if we do it here, it's going to take 2 bridges, and that's a little inconvenient. So you can see these lots, this lot will eventually get another destination, and it will be a different color. So we are going to have to mix things up sooner or later. I know I said more bridges, but the motorway is very powerful. There's a reason you only get 10 roads, or 10 tiles when you take a motorway. I still have 1 bridge left, right? We're gonna take the motorway. So, I mean, I guess I'm just gonna use my other, wow, I'm very clumsy. Very clumsy with my drawing today. Actually, huge problem, we're already... Thank you, game. We're already out of road tiles. So you know what? This is not a permanent thing, but we're going to just use our motorway right now. I'm just going to connect that to right there. Reclaim all of this stuff. Okay. Eventually, we will build a proper road for this. Once we have the tiles. It gets pretty tight, and you do end up really feeling it if you take too many motorways. Like you can just end up in a situation where you have too little overall road. So despite the obvious power of the motorway to cross distances and pass over things and everything, you do have to be a little cautious with them. All right, now things are going to get a little bit more complicated. How do we want to deal with that? Because we could... once Sunday comes around, we can solve the white problem with the bridge, and we can deal with this new sort of gray problem with the motorway. Otherwise, we're going to have to use a bridge and then route you through both of the other existing road systems, which is doable, but it's going to create a lot of weird crossovers. I think actually that is my plan. I think I'm not going to feed anything here until Sunday. Actually, you know what? We can do this now. I'm going to cancel the roadway. So any cars that have already committed to trips will finish their trips, and then will be given, or any cars that have already committed to trips involving the motorway will finish their trips, and then we'll get our thing back. And I am inclined to take the roundabout here. We're going to need a lot of road tiles, is the thing. Okay, so now that that's happened, my suspicion is that we're going to see more houses spawn in here, so let's just create that room. Is this how a good player would do this? I honestly have no idea. I have no idea what good play looks like. There you go. That works. Ish. So that is all of our bridges and all of our motorways out. Okay, so we are going to have to connect some purple here. Fortunately, we did just get this spawn. I think we can probably just reroute this right over to there. And then that should be more than enough cars to feed demand, right? We don't need to mix the traffic patterns just yet. That's a little bit more of an issue though, huh? So yeah, we're gonna have to refigure this a little bit. So I have 2 bridges. I think we're gonna have to have everything from this landmass come over 1 bridge to this landmass. And then we have a second bridge across the water here. It is fine. It's fine. It's not a big deal. So the question becomes, how do we want to route that? I think maybe it's like this. Maybe we pull this over to the side 1 space. Oh, right. Yeah, I have to actually... Deleting the other road will not yield us the road tiles just yet because there is already a car taking this path. So once again, as all of the cars that have committed routes using that road clear it, we will be given back our tiles. Okay, so this yellow destination just upgraded to the more the hungrier type, the one that will produce pins at a higher rate. It's not a big deal. So watch, when this white car comes back along the route, right behind it, all of the tiles will get picked up, including our bridge, which is great news. So let's lay the bridge out like... Yep, like just like that. That's what I wanted. There we go. That's pretty ugly. But that's what we're doing. All right, and that allows me to... Well, hold on. When that car finishes coming up here. There we go. We probably do need quite a lot of road tiles at this point. Just give me the road tiles. Sometimes you'll get that option of 30 road tiles with no special thing. Can be very helpful, depending on what a bad job you're doing being efficient. So I still want these to connect over here, I think. Because obviously we got to feed that. And then we have all these yellow houses. Now the houses don't necessarily have to feed out. You won't lose or anything if your houses are not connected. It's only the destinations that need to be fed. So we've created kind of a high traffic area here. Probably what we're going to want to do is alleviate that with another branch at some point, even replacing this upper road eventually, but for right now this should work just fine. So we have kind of a lot of purple demand. I'm going to switch this house back over. Okay. Well, that's not so... Yep. I'm very good at drawing straight lines. Can you tell? Actually, let's draw this like that. And we'll just have you connect there. You connect there. Okay. So we're feeding green, we're feeding yellow. This should be enough houses to satisfy the demand here. Boy, that's a really... Why would you build that there? Who is in control of the zoning board around here? So this might be a situation that's better solved with a roundabout, right? But as long as it's not actually causing a ton of congestion, I don't see a reason to fix it. Just, there we go. Let's take the bridges. I don't know why I didn't draw this way in the first place. Okay, that's probably not a big deal. Just trying to keep an eye on traffic running through here. For the moment, we're still fine. We're not congested, so I'm just gonna leave it. But like, I'm very worried about this, and then of course these little subdivision areas. Obviously, you could start seeing a lot of problems with cars needing to turn in front of each other and stuff. The purple demand in this interior zone is getting a little... it's under control. 2 circular destinations is a little scary, but we have 4 houses. That probably covers it. And for the moment, we have plenty of road tiles. I'm going to take some more bridges. So, all right. That's not a big deal. Oops, that's not what I want. I want to just draw road. Right, we just hooked that up to the existing freeway and everything's fine. When the second color gets added here, it might be complicated. I mean, if it's white, things are very easy. I don't think that we can rely on that, but we can hope. So we're still not seeing a ton of like traffic strangulation or anything. I'm going to leave this disconnected for the moment. Yeah, we'll just... Unless it starts looking like these aren't getting taken care of, we're going to ignore a lot of these. You can just connect straight to that. That's easy enough. Okay. Really not a big deal. I guess the only real issue is that, yeah, this is in an awkward spot. I don't really know what to do about it. So we could save ourselves a road tile by inclining that. For the moment, this is looking like the thing I'm most worried about. And once again, you know what? Oh, I don't know that I even want that connected. Like, technically that can reach... Oh, no, actually, it can't reach this internal thing. I'm going to turn this house around, because I think we have more than enough purple going to just this one building. We might need some extra demand out here. Okay, so this one... Bridges? We have like 4 bridges, 2 bridges. I have like 2 bridges. So this shouldn't be too bad, right? Well, I guess if I'm gonna spend a bridge, I may as well just run it directly across here. And then this is a little silly looking, but it will work. Nope. There we go. 2 houses connected to the destination. Good enough, I'm sure. It still looks like we're a little bit light on purples for this, right? I think I will take another motorway. We got plenty of... I think I'm going to run a motorway from this cluster of purples over to here. I don't know that that's a permanent position for that motorway, but let's just... Right now, this is definitely the thing that is threatening to overwhelm us. There we go, and they're using it already. And this is sort of it. This is what the game is. You just keep going until you cannot go anymore, which of course will happen as needs continue to build up. And starting to see a new problem over here. Is this building's almost actually full of pins. If I can manage my... Oh, it turned into a circular one. Okay. Yeah, we may want to make some actual changes here then. All right, hold on a second. I think we're gonna maybe move this up here, move this over to here. This was still getting fed, right? It's not as fast as we might like, but it's still getting there. And then now I have to turn something around. I mean, I guess technically we already... Oh no, these two do not connect. Might do that as well. All right, well, we have an awful lot of white cars coming out now. Do I have a bridge left? I do. I think another motorway would actually be lovely. Let's, oh. That's the bottom of the grid. Well, this is still fine. I'm going to route these around. Hold on. There we go. It's ugly, but it does connect. All right, fortunately, a lot of buildings just appearing in places where they're already useful. I will say that it's probably bad traffic management to create so many situations where cars have to turn like 135 degrees. It's not really what they're built for. I'm inclined to let the let the game just continue filling out these little weird subdivisions, though. So yeah, this is still our major concern. Let's create a little solution over here. Is that what good traffic management looks like? I don't know. That's not a problem. That's already connected to some greenhouses. You know, this doesn't need to be connected here. We're probably better off doing this, because we're going to need to feed a lot of stuff over there. We're doing just fine on road tiles. I think we can afford to take another motorway. And as you have seen, motorways are a powerful solution to a lot of different kinds of problems. God, even with that motorway, though, we are still not getting the job done over here. Well, this one's not a big deal. Let's connect that here, I guess, is this the place where that makes the most sense traffic-wise? You know what we could do here, actually, is we could do a roundabout. That might be a good... I really don't know how these are meant to be used. So let's just experiment with it, shall we? So let me reconfigure this a little bit. So I just want you to come like... Here, let's delete all these roads. Okay. You 3 feet into the roundabout there. If these two come down and feed into the roundabout here, then it can put out road that way to join the main road. Is that going to help with traffic congestion? I have no idea. Well, now, this is probably under control, right? We probably don't need to help out with that anymore. You connect over there. This is a nightmare. All right, so there are too few yellow cars on this connection. We can fix it. That's a solvable problem. I can't put a thing there. How about here? There we go. Where does it make sense to I don't know that it matters too much. We just need a lot of yellow cars. So you can see this building is completely full. If we just continue to pull pins out of it, eventually it'll reset. Yeah, this building is also filling up. Oh, y'all, get in there. Hurry. We're starting to get some congestion at this a little bit. Like, people are having to stop a little bit more than I would like. Should I put up a traffic light? I guess it's not working right now, so the worst this can do is make it keep not working, right? And also, just like everything's chaos. Everything is a chaos nightmare over here. Yep, that's what that should look like. That's how you do roads. I want to apologize to some of you out there. Some people are just tearing their hair out right now. Oh, please, little yellow cars. Oh, we need it so badly. The problem is, like, we can't really. We have too much yellow. Too much yellow need. Yep. The timer on that building filled up. It has 8 pins in it right now, and that's what a game of mini motorways looks like for a player at my skill level. And then once you're done with the level, you can take a nice one of these. You can hide the pins. You can have it say, you know, this is how many people we delivered or whatever. And then just go ahead and I'm going to turn the pins back on so I know exactly where I failed. Just take a nice screenshot to your Steam library and whatnot. There's different frames and stuff. Yeah, every game's got to have a photo mode these days, right? Can I, at this point, do... No, probably you have to run a GIF while the city is still functional. That makes sense. But yeah, that's the idea. That's what this game is. There's a bunch of different cities. Of course, it's got leaderboards, overall Steam leaderboards, friends leaderboards. None of my friends have played enough of this game to be this deep in it just yet. Let's turn the colorblind mode back off here. That draw mode toggle is about has to do with the menus. If you turn on the draw mode toggle, it doesn't do that like zooming back and forth thing in the menus. So you can see there's a lot of different setups with different rivers, and some of the maps have mountains in them that you have to also build tunnels through. And I don't even have everything unlocked yet, so I'm not 100% sure. There may be even more mechanics than that. But that right there is what you can expect in Mini Motorways. It is on Steam, and if I were a professional at this, I would already have the price loaded up for you here. Just fill in space for the moment. It is on Steam. It is a total of 9 of your human American dollars for the next week, and then it goes back up to its full price of 10. Extremely worth it. I'm having a really, really good time with it. Thank you all so much for watching, and come back next time on Monday for some new stuff. And we'll see you then.